Hello everybody, Ubra here. The second day of the Stardew Challenge with you. If you know me, you know me. If you don't, hi, I'm Ubra. I do all kinds of different tech games. This is the Stardew, starting from 500, going to 1 million. Only sap to sell. So in the intro episode, I just kind of went over the goal of this, which is to reach 1 million gold using only sap as a way of making income. The first day that I did this, I wasn't sure what if I was going to have any other rules or anything else like that. Decided, you know what, I want to play the game like it was kind of intended. With everything except the fact that the only thing I can sell is sap. So I plan on doing some of the festivals and stuff like that. I'm not really researching to see if there's any gold prizes or anything else like that. If there are, I will come up to, I will take it and I'll figure out what to do from there. But I'm going to go and purchase things and kind of play the game as it was intended. At the first day, I wasn't planning on doing the like getting items to restore energy and stuff. I wasn't really thinking about that when I was coming up with the plan for this, but I found that it would have been a really good idea to do that. So I'm going to still sell. I'm still going to purchase things. Like I'm still planning on purchasing seeds and stuff to grow other things. But the main idea is to get everything for sap. Like that is all I'm trying to get when it comes to money. So. So for day 2 here, I'm starting out with going and I was going to go into the shop to see how much a backpack is. Thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna probably need a backpack or something so that I can still have extra space to place things. Found out, hey, my space is extremely limited because I don't have the backpack, and 2, I don't really have anywhere to put all this stuff. Usually, whenever I play this, you know, my first day of finding random crap, I'm usually just throwing it into the sell bin to make the extra gold. This time, I'm not doing that. I have to save it because I can't sell it. So I kind of got stuck up on that for a little bit. Figured out what I was gonna do, and I went ahead and continued here. Now, I was still a little worried about the fact that I haven't gotten any seeds. I knew that you get them. I just could not remember for the life of me how I went about getting them. And I now remember how to get them, but I still haven't gotten them, and it's through leveling up on the through foraging. Again, I'm being really stupid. I did this on my intro. I broke seeds for trees. Why? Again, I have no idea what was going through my head. I was just kind of like on autopilot. Again, I've played Stardew many times. I really like playing it, but I never really think about what I'm doing. But because now I'm really limiting myself on what I can sell and stuff, I'm like, I need to think about how I'm doing this stuff. Otherwise, I think it might end up like hurting me in the long run. So I go ahead and I put into my head, okay, I need things to restore my energy because I'm not going to be purchasing a lot of things, so I'm gonna need a lot of energy to go and chop all these trees down consistently. So I go ahead and start going out and foraging. I knew that there were some items that would not net me any energy or anything else like that, but I could not remember what did. I was also going to go up to the mines. I had forgotten that the mine does not unlock until day 5. So you'll actually probably see me check it out a few more times because I'll have forgotten. But I needed to. I was picking up everything, just trying to figure out what things gave me energy and what didn't. Like the dandelion here. I still pick up a second one. Why? I have no idea. But I'm like, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna give it to her. I can give it to Haley. There you go, Haley. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with items that I can't really. I can't sell them. I can't do much with them. So like I thought, okay, well I can start giving them to just random people to increase the happiness and whatnot. But I then remembered that there's going to be crafting later on. Right here I'm checking to see how much a bag is. End up finding out that bags don't sell, buy the bag there, you buy it from this. It's for 2,000 gold. So my first goal is to get 2,000 gold so that I can get a backpack. I do want to upgrade my items so that I can use, so I can chop things down with more efficiency and stuff like that. So yeah, we got the thing to see Willy. I went ahead and got the fishing rod. I can't sell the fish, but I can use the fish to eat the fish to more energy. So again, that it really comes down to I'm not using these things to sell. I'm using them as a way and means to feed myself so I can chop more trees. So go ahead, I do the little fishing tutorial thingy here, get my first fishy. Make a stupid mistake of going for a second fish. As you see here, I stopped for a moment. I'm like, I should not have tried to catch another fish because this is not the exact same one as the first one. I'm gonna have to delete something, which in essence I really not against. Mainly the main reason I'm not against just demolishing things, there's nothing else to use it for. Like stones and whatnot. Like I have no reason to keep them besides possibly making some other things later on. Legitimately, the only thing that I can sell in this is my my sap. So again, I think about picking up one of these. I realize my inventory is full again. Brain was just not working at all. So I'm looking at, or I'm thinking about what can I do, because I'm gonna need to make sure that I can chop enough trees per day to make it really worth my while. And I'm also realizing that my energy is extremely low. I then remembered that this area has a ton of trees. It has a ton of foraging stuff. So I'm kind of looking at it and thinking, trying to plan out how I'm going to do this. I do have my 2 chests. I have my 1 chest that is for random assorted crap, and then the other one is for foods. So I'm going to be filling those up as I go, so that I can try and make open up my area so that I can plant more trees. Again, I'm gonna need a ton of trees. Yeah. So I go ahead and I sell the sap that I currently have. Look at all the food. Go ahead and put all the food in the food chest. And um, at this point, I'm thinking about going. I wanted to go back down to that foraging area and really kind of establish, okay, where things are. If I needed to, if I can pick some, because I just emptied my inventory, so I can pick up some of the stuff. Um, and so I got horseradish, first horseradish. Realized it gives me pretty good amount of energy too. Um, so I'm like, okay, that's nice. Let's go ahead and um, examine this area again because I didn't see that the first time I was down there. But I did see it on my second when I came back. We got our dandelions, and again, we're gonna check out the rest of it. We're gonna try and pick up any of the stuff that we can. Um, and stuff like that. So we're slowly planning out how we're gonna do everything. I can't remember if I'm allowed to plant out here. And that's something that I'll explore in some later days. But yeah, I'm not quite sure if we can or we can't do that. I did end up walking over here again, just trying to lay out the land and try and figure out where everything kind of is. And then I started finding the onions. So finding this, I remember that this area specifically tends to have a lot of crops that grow. I was like, oh, okay, we got one that's better than nothing. Sweet. I'll make sure to come back and check this area out again. This is the first day that I actually got towards the end of the day. And just kind of checking out how much energy you can get and everything. I went ahead and chopped a tree. The reason I was chopping this tree was I could not remember if I was allowed to break things in this area or not. That's tree wise. I know that I could break the little logs and stuff, but I could not remember if I could take down trees out here. I can, so that's gonna be nice. I'm not sure if I can plant though. I'm pretty sure that since I can break stuff, I can probably plant stuff, which will be really good for me because that will be a huge increase for my my tree farming once I get all that done. So this was day 2. So thank you everybody for coming out. If you like this, please make sure you like it, subscribe, all that kinds of stuff, comment. Anyways, stuffy stuff, things, doohickeys, thingamabobers, goodbye, and as always, guys and gals, may all of your hits grits.